What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something really interesting. I am not lying when I say I've been trying to film this video since the beginning of this year, literally for months now. So I'm just so happy I'm finally filming this, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about one of the most haunted locations in America, the Queen Mary, located in Long Beach, California. I absolutely love the Queen Mary. It is such a nice ship, and I have been twice actually. To make this video more fun, I will be inserting clips from when I explored it last month in June, because I did go to LA. So I will be inserting clips of when I was exploring it. If you would like me to talk about more scary things on my channel, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And let's just get started. Okay, so before I start talking about the hauntings of the Queen Mary, I'm going to be talking about the history, and I have all my notes right here. And it is really important, so I'm just going to talk about this first. The name Queen Mary comes from England's queen, Queen Mary, and it was built in the 1930s as an ocean liner. This is actually a really nice ship. It has 12 decks, 2 swimming pools, dining areas, a grand ballroom, bars, and other things. And a lot of famous people stayed on here. The Queen Mary is actually 2 times larger than the Titanic, which, if you think about it, the Titanic is so tiny. The Titanic only had 9 decks, and like I said, the Queen Mary has 12. Like, I was standing outside of the Queen Mary and just looking at it, and it's actually hard to believe that the Titanic is smaller than the Queen Mary, because you would think that it would be bigger, but it's not. This luxury ship departed on her last voyage in 1939 and then was used in World War II for troops and prisoners. At one point they did paint it gray, nicknaming it the Gray Ghost. Oh, also, fun fact, Hitler offered to pay someone $250,000 to whoever would sink the ship, but obviously that didn't happen. In 1965, it was bought by Long Beach, California, and is now permanently docked there and is now used as a hotel, restaurant, and museum. And you can also get married there. I do know a couple that was married there, which I feel like would be really cool to get married on the Queen Mary. So now moving on to the hauntings, but before I start talking about that, I want to say a little disclaimer. In no way am I trying to say these things are real, because I don't know if they're real. I did do a lot of research, and different websites said different things, but for the most part they did say the same things about the hauntings. You know, some of it might be made up, who really knows, so don't take it too seriously or too deep. Like, this is all just for fun. So I read that there are 150 spirits lurking the ship, and that there were 49 reported deaths. If you don't know this, you can actually take tours on the Queen Mary. So people who have taken tours said that they have captured orbs on camera, they've heard screaming noises, and when I was researching about this, I came across this audio recording of someone capturing something or someone say, "Get out." Another thing is people will be walking the halls and they will randomly just smell perfume out of nowhere, as if someone just walked right past them, even though there was no one else around them, which is so creepy. I actually have experienced something like that. I was in my room and I randomly smelled my great grandma's perfume that I remember her smelling like, and my other grandma, well, I call her Nana, she also used to tell us stories about times where she smelled her loved ones' perfume that had passed away, like it smelled exactly like them, like she knew their scent and she randomly would smell it out of nowhere. Another really common thing that happens is in the hotel rooms, and people have said to feel someone poking them as they try to sleep, and they also notice their things being moved to random places, the lights turning on and off, and also the room getting really cold. One of the most famous spirits on the ship is actually this 18-year-old boy who was a fireman, and he died because he got crushed by door number 13 in the engine room. And if you take a tour on the Queen Mary, I'm not sure which one it is because I know there's different tours, but you can go. They do take you into the engine room to see door number 13, and I did read that people do experience his spirit and presence. One of the most haunted rooms on the ship is room B340, which is not in use anymore ever since the Queen Mary opened up as a hotel. The guests that stayed in the room B340 would run out to the front desk saying how they kept hearing knocking noises on their door, and in the middle of the night, and every time they opened the door to see who was there, no one was there. But it turns out that a passenger had died there, but his death is unknown. And this was around when the ship was still being used for World War II, I believe. Now moving on to another really popular haunting on the ship, which is the pool area. The two pools are claimed to be haunted by a girl named Jackie, Sarah, and a boy named Jeremy. Jackie was around 5 years old when she drowned in the pool and now haunts the area. People have said that she's actually a really playful, strong spirit. You can often hear her calling her parents, singing, and answering questions. Her friend Sarah also drowned, and I read that she's with Jackie to keep her company, but also probably to play with her. And Jeremy, who has been heard by a paranormal investigator, has said that you can hear him speaking and giggling, and he plays with Jackie a lot. Also, I think I forgot to mention this, but the pools are no longer in use. I'm actually pretty sure one of them is no longer there. Like, they made it into something else, but the pool is no longer in use. It's empty, there's no water in it, and I'm not sure if it's because of the hauntings and Jackie and Sarah and Jeremy haunting it. I'm not sure if that's why they don't use it anymore. The last haunting I'm going to be talking about is in the Queen Salon, and it is said that you can see a young lady wearing an elegant white dress dancing in the room. So those are all the hauntings I'm going to be talking about. There are more that I read about, but like I said, who knows if they're real or not. So now I'm going to talk about my personal experience of when I went to the Queen Mary. I've actually never experienced anything paranormal. None of what I was just talking about. Like I said, I have been twice. The first time was either back in 2008 or 2009, 2010, that area. And something did happen, but I don't think it was paranormal. I just think maybe it was just me being a little girl, knowing that the Queen Mary's haunted, and I was just scared, I guess. But I guess I'll share it anyway. So I was walking one of the long hallways, and by the way, these hallways are so long, it's so creepy. But anyway, I was walking one of the hallways, and if I can remember, like, there was this opening in the long hallway leading to another long hallway. Like, it was just like, does that make, I don't know if that makes sense, but there was just like this opening leading so you can go in a different hallway, I guess. I don't even know, because when I was on the Queen Mary in June, when I'm picturing in my head, I didn't even see that on the ship. I mean, we didn't explore the whole ship, so maybe I didn't go in that area, but basically we were walking on this long hallway, and there's like this opening that you can just walk through to get to a different place, I guess. And I was walking, and I just see this little boy run across where the opening was, and I remember seeing it, and I thought it was really creepy. I really did think it was a ghost, and I was with my family and our friends, but I don't ever remember them looking that way and seeing the boy. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember going to them and saying, like, did you just see that little boy run? I think they said, what are you talking about? I don't even know. I was little, but I remember like looking, and he was gone. Like, there was no little boy in sight. Maybe it was just a real boy, who knows? It probably was just a real boy, but I mean, it is really creepy now that I think about it. When I went in June, we didn't really explore the ship like I wanted to, which is fine because the family I went with, they weren't going to see paranormal things because they don't really believe in those things. But hopefully when I go back one day, I can actually go and investigate it, because I think that would be so fun. We are in the haunted Queen Mary.
Oh my goodness.
One of the most haunted ships in the world right now.
In the US.
So, in the US, is that what it is?
I think so, yeah.
You know more than me.
It's one of the most haunted places in the US.
What she said. We made it. Quiet zone. They have a spa here. That's so creepy. One more, guys. One more down. Okay, let's go. There, it's just like a long hallway.
A really long hallway.
Ooh, fitness center. Oh, this is the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Not the thing. I can.
Like, you could drive my car.
No, I can't.
Where's one of the long? Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding? You let her drive your car and you don't let me?
No,
It's probably better.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's a person walking with.
Guys, it's a ghost. That's literally so tight. Elizabeth is scared right now. Look how small that is. Just be quiet because it's a hotel.
Oh my gosh.
What if you like get in and then just like shoots through the bottom?
Dude, I mean, those hotels are the rooms even in.
It was starting to get late and there was actually not a lot of people on the ship, but me and my friend Elizabeth ended up asking this worker if he has seen any paranormal activity or experienced anything, and he said that he thinks there is something there but he chooses to ignore it. And I actually did video it, so I'll insert it right now.
Have you seen anything like paranormal around here?
Really? It's real, like what they say.
Honestly, you have to actually work here to figure it out. If you're just visiting,
You're not working?
I work here. There's something on the ship, I just ignore it.
Yeah.
So I got a job to do.
Yeah.
So that's basically everything I wanted to talk about. One thing is, if you are in the area or you live near the Queen Mary, or if you're visiting and you want to see it, I definitely do recommend seeing it because it is a really nice ship and there's a lot of history and it's just a really fun thing to see. Also, I wish I got to do this at some point when I still lived in California, but during Halloween they have these mazes, kind of like Halloween Horror Nights, how you walk through the haunted houses. It's like that, but they make one throughout the whole ship, which is so cool. Please, like for me, go on the haunted mazes because it looks so fun and I wish I could go on it. One day I will. But yeah, that basically concludes the end of this video. If any of you watching have been to the Queen Mary, or if you experienced anything paranormal, please comment down below because I'm really curious. I really hope you enjoyed this video about the Queen Mary. Like I said, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And if you're curious and want to see what I'm doing in my life, make sure to follow me on my social media. It will be linked down below. I love you guys so much. Bye!